Once the input has been provided to the computer by using either any of your input devices like keyboard, mouse, after providing the input, the next step is processing, which is done by your CPU, central processing unit. Now CPU also consists of different parts, that is CPU has arithmetical and logical unit which basically does the calculation work and all. It consists of a control unit which controls the important working parts of the computer, also helps to communicate with the memory unit where the contents are stored, and the ALU unit where it is being processed. So it is a mediator. Control units control ALU, controls the memory unit, as well as controls the other part of the CPU. Memory unit where the contents are stored for retrieving it further or to access it further whenever it is being used. This complete functioning of the IPO cycle has been elaborated here, where the input has been shown by using the input devices. The processing is being shown where the ALU process the content, control units control the uh, processing way, and once it is being done, it is being shown the output on the monitor or the output screen. Now, why we prefer computer? The preference of computer, why the people prefer computer is, one, for its speed. Millions of calculations, millions of data can be calculated in just a second. Amount of work a computer can do a lot of work without getting tired, without getting bored. So due to which it is always accurate, it doesn't make mistake. If the formula, if the content provided to the computer are correct, the output will be also correct. The storage, it can store huge amount of data in the memory. These are some of its uh, advantages, or or the or uh, some of the advantages which makes computer superior. Versatility, that is, it is capable of doing different works. Like versatile, computer is a versatile device. It can read, it can write, it can calculate, it can draw, it can edit. Okay, we can listen songs, we can play games. So a same computer is doing different works or capable of doing different works, hence computer is a versatile machine. Now what is the disadvantages? First of all is computer cannot do the work on its own. It cannot feel just like human beings. So it can't perform or it can't take actions on its own as the human beings does. Okay. After that, we had discussed about the difference between hardware and software. The basic difference is, hardware are the devices which are attached to the computer or the computer which we can see or which we can touch. Like we can touch the keyboard, we can touch the mouse, touch the printer, scanner. So all these are your hardware. Whereas the programs, like we have done Tux Paint, we had done Scratch, all these programs are inside the computer which we cannot touch. हम किसी प्रोग्राम को टच नहीं कर सकते हैं. We can use them. So the contents which are stored in the computer, the programs, the operating system or the applications which are stored in the computer which we cannot touch, are the softwares. So the hardwares of the computer system are of four types, and they are input devices, processing devices, output devices, and storage devices. I think you all know the input devices like keyboard, mouse, and scanner provides input for processing to the computer. Processing devices which receives the data, convert into some meaningful form and process them to generate output. Output devices are those which shows or displays the result of the processing. Storage devices which stores the data in them. The primary storage devices is your hard disk, which is available inside your CPU, capable of storing a huge amount of data. The other three, CD, DVD, and USB, they are portable storage devices which are being used for storing the content and for taking them on the go. Softwares, they are the set of programs that tells the computer how to perform the action. Okay, a program is a set of instructions needed to do a particular task, and instructions tells the computer what and how the work is to be done. Okay, so now there are two types of softwares basically. Now these are, one is your system software and another is your application software. System software is a software which tells the computer how to manage the overall working, how to get on, how to open up a program, how to process. These all are controlled by a program. Basically, such system software are known as operating system. Now, operating system, as we have discussed last year, we have done Ubuntu, Linux. Similarly, the most commonly used operating system, that is your Windows, these operating system tells your computer how to perform the work, how to open, how to get start, what are the different processes to take care of while getting on or while getting shut down, how to manage the devices which are attached to the computer. All these are an example of operating system. Okay, and the operating system is the one who makes the hardware work. In this book, the programs or the applications which we are learning are based on the Ubuntu Linux operating system. After the operating system, we have the next software, that is application software. Such softwares or such programs which are made to perform a special task, like calculating, like seat reservation, like we have a special WhatsApp आप लोग use करते हैं, some of you. Okay, so these are application software. Now WhatsApp is being made for communication purpose. Similarly, if you have seen Scratch program, that Scratch program has been made, or that application software has been made for working on codings. So if we prepare some program on the basis of performing some special task, if we've made a program to perform a special task, a special work, or a special action, it is known as application software. We have an example of TuxPaint as an application software.